Mellbreak is a hill in the western part of the English Lake District, despite being surrounded on all sides by higher fells. The lowest water fells, the High Style Ridge, and the Grasmore Group, it stands in isolation. It is surrounded on three sides by a moat of deep marshy land and on the east side by the Lake of Crummock Water. The fell forms a partnership with the lake, running parallel to it, falling sheer into it, and regularly providing the backdrop for pictures of it. Mellbreak's name is derived from differing sources. The Celtic mole, meaning bare hill, and the later Old Norse of the Vikings, brekka, which means a hill slope. The western fells occupy a triangular sector of the Lake District bordered by the River Cocker to the northeast and Wasdale to the southeast. Westwards, the hills diminish toward the coastal plain of Cumberland. At the central hub of the high country are Great Gable and its satellites, while two principal ridges fan out on either flank of Ennerdale, the western fells in effect being a great horseshoe around this long wild valley. Mellbreak and the other lowest water fells form the extremity of the northern arm. The lowest water fells have been compared to the digits of a hand radiating out southwestward from the palm centered on Lowes Water Village. From the west, these are Burnbank Fell, Blake Fell, Gabble Fell, Wencombe, and Mellbreak, the thumb. To continue the hand metaphor, the opposing thumb of Mellbreak is the tenuous northern extremity of Starling Dodd, whilst the other lowest water fells are satellites of Great Bourne. The fell has been likened by Alfred Wainwright and others to the shape of an upturned boat, having north and south tops of roughly equal height, and a wide flat depression in between. On the eastern side, the steep slopes run down directly to the shore of Crummock Water. Lurling Crag, a rocky projection into the lake, is a continuation of outcrops higher up. Other crags rim the depression between the two tops. The southern boundary is formed by Scale Beck and its tributary Black Beck. Mellbreak has a third, much lower top overlooking this step-sided valley, Scale Cot 1109 F. At the head of Black Beck is the connection to Starling Dodd running southwest from Scale Knot. This could hardly be considered a ridge in walking terms, since it begins at the foot of an 800 feet sea slope on the northern flank of Starling Dodd. To the west of Mellbreak is the marshy valley of Mosedale, its beck flowing north to Lowes Water Village. On the other side is the parallel ridge of Hencombe. The northern end of Mellbreak rises direct from the valley behind the village, precipitous like a sand castle on a flat beach. From this vantage point, its steep gabled profile is an arresting sight. The successive rock tires of White, Dropping, and Raven crags complete the picture. Mellbreak is formed primarily from the laminated mudstone and siltstone of the Kirkstyle Formation. There is an intrusion of basalt on the Crummock face, and the southern end around Scale Knot exhibit the Buttermere Formation. This is an alastostrom of disrupted, sheared, and folded mudstone, siltstone, and sandstone. The rocks of Hencombe are of the Kirkstyle Formation, laminated mudstone, and siltstone, often associated with the Skiddaw Group. There are two small trials for iron, one on each side of the fell. Neither penetrates for more than a few feet. Although the south top is slightly higher at 512 m, 1684, it is the north top 509 m, 1670 feet. That is the better summit, being rocky and situated on the top of the crags that make up the north face of the fell. Both carry substantial cairns, that of the true summit being on grass. The views are good from both summits, a consequence of Mellbreak's isolation and great relative height. The north top brings the Solway Firth into view, but otherwise the differences are mainly confined to the foreground. Grasmore and Ranadale Knots look impressive across the lake, an unexpected glimpse of the Helvellyn Range seen behind. A popular route up the fell is a path from the village of Loweswater that threads its way between the crags and rocky outcrops on the north side. The north top is then traversed to reach the summit. A variation misses out the north top, following a slanting path southwards along the Mosedale face to the depression. From the shore of Crummock Water, an ascent can be made following Pillar Rake, a diagonal breach in the central rim of crag. A direct climb of the South Top Direct is best achieved from Buttermere Village, starting along the Scale Forest path before making for Scale Knot. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to please like and subscribe. If you have a topic you would like to suggest, leave a comment.